Hello, welcome to Mr. Rollin's Storytime. Today's story is about a little boy that goes on an adventure to find his dad. Have you been on an adventure? The story is The Great Explorer by Chris Judge. Let's begin. Tom's dad was a famous explorer. One morning when Tom went down to breakfast, he was shocked to see a picture of his dad on the front of the morning paper. The news. Famous explorer is lost in the North Pole. His dad had gotten lost while exploring the North Pole. Tom resolved, that means he's decided, then and there that he would go and rescue him. First, he studied his globe of the world and found the North Pole, right at the top there. Then he brought a map so he could find his way there. There he is reading his map. He packed his bag and set off on his first adventure. Now can you say all the things with me? Get ready. Take 3 deep breaths. Let's begin. Food, a fishing rod, a sleeping bag, a saucepan, a cup, a tent, a compass, flares, some matches, a pick, a torch, and some binoculars. Casting off, he set sail into the big blue ocean. There he is on his boat. After sailing for many weeks, Tom knew he was close to the North Pole when a gigantic iceberg appeared on the horizon. There's some wings too. As he sailed on, he saw lots of beautiful shapes in the ice. It was the most magical place he had ever seen. But soon the ice got thicker and thicker and thicker until eventually the boat ran aground on the ice. Fortunately, Tom had a hot air balloon on board. He pumped it full of hot air. Pump it with me. And soon he was ready to take off. He unhitched the rope and up he went, higher and higher. As night fell, the spectacular northern lights lit up the sky. Tom was amazed. If you look at the northern lights, that's a lovely pattern that appears. It appears in the northern hemisphere of our world. But the balloon sailed too high and was hit by a passing satellite. It goes pop. The balloon plummeted downwards. Ah! Ah! Tom screamed with fright. Luckily, he had a parachute with him. Quickly, he put it on and jumped out. Put on your parachute. Clip it up. Jump out. Let's see what happens next. Phew! That was a close shave, he thought, as the balloon crashed to the ground. But just at that moment, he landed on the top of a very dangerous cliff. There he is on top of the cliff. Undaunted, that means he's not afraid. He sat on his coil of rope and slid all the way down. But just as he reached the bottom, he skidded into... Now, do we think we know what he skids into? What do you predict? That's right. A giant walrus! Oh! Tom ran away as fast as he could until he reached a dangerous river of broken ice. He jumped, he hopped, he skipped, he bounded, he leapt across the ice until he was safely at the other side. As Tom continued his journey, it started to snow heavily. So it's snowing all down. The blizzard grew wilder still, so he decided to pitch his tent. But the wind was too strong, and the tent blew away. Fortunately, he spotted a small cave. He crept inside and was just settling down, went to rest, when... Do we think the walrus has come back? What do you predict? That's right. A giant polar bear leapt out! Tom ran away as fast as he could. It was getting dark, so he decided to build an igloo for shelter. There he is building his igloo. Now that's like a little house, but made of bricks of ice. He built a fire to cook his dinner and laid out his sleeping bag for the night. It looked quite nice inside his igloo. Tom rose early the next morning to find it had stopped snowing. He dug a hole in the ice to catch some fish for breakfast before setting out for the day. If you look underneath, you can see all the fish that he's there trying to catch. Finally, just as the sun was setting, Tom spotted a familiar tent in the horizon. "Dad!" he shouted as he ran as fast as he could towards it. His dad was so happy to see him. He had broken his foot when he fell from a cliff and had been unable to let his rescuers know where he was. Oh, I think his dad's happy now. Let's give him a hug. Tom took a flare from his bag and signalled for help. That means he fired it into the sky and it shone brightly, just like this. Luckily, it was spotted by a rescue helicopter that was in the area, and they were soon hoisted and grabbed up to safety. As they headed for home, Tom told his dad about his great adventures that he'd had on the way to rescue him. "We will call you the Great Explorer from now on," said his dad proudly when he was sat safely at home. "I wonder where our next adventure will take us." The end. Now, I really like this story by Chris Judge. Chris Judge is a really famous author. He also wrote The Lonely Beast and The Snow Beast and The Brave Beast and soon to be The Baby Beast. I'm really a fan of his books. In this story, it tells the story of an adventure for a little boy to go get his father back. Could you write a story of an adventure, perhaps to get a mum or a brother or a sister, similar to the tunnel book there? What would your adventure be about, and where would they go? Maybe they could go into the jungle or into the desert. As always, a really good way to remember this story as well is to order it, so segment it into the best sort of 5 or 6 parts and use those time words of first, then, next, after that, and finally, in which to order the story to put it in the correct way. I thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again soon.